Hello everybody, this is Andy, and welcome to episode 5 of Multiblock Madness. We are going to get an incredible amount of stuff done. We've been getting a lot of new machines in the last couple of episodes. Our base is expanding quite intensely. However, it's never enough. We have a lot of crafting left to do, and oop, there's a creeper right there. Oh, idiot. Anyways, I've been letting this sit for a little while. We have a bunch of resources from the other one as well, including some mica, which has allowed me to make some other things for these guys. And I think it's just about time for us to create the ore processing system. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to use some IMI interfaces. Also, I know this looks a little bit cramped. You can only see 3 rows in here. That's because now that I have a 4K monitor, I'm being forced to play on the GUI scale auto, same as with my GTNH series, which is a little obnoxious unless I want to play in like a small windowed version of the pack, and I don't want to, so I will just suffer for this because recording with the large one is not probably viable. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these interfaces, I'm going to hide them from the system, and then I will supply, say, diamond ore to, like, sag mills or something, and they will get, or just, you know, straight up pulverizers, and they will get crushed into diamonds as per the way this works. Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to have something like this. The pulverizers on one side for multi-step processes, these will make the dusts. And then over here, we have the pulverizers for the single-step processes. This is stuff like diamond, cinnabar, that kind of junk. So those will have 1 pulverizer, I think, and these will have 3 because there's going to be a lot more of these multi-step things. Let me figure out what needs to go where, and oh, this is going to take a moment, and I'll get back with you. Okay, I've given it a moment, and slowly but surely we're beginning to populate this thing, and I think it just tried to start raining and then failed. Interesting. Yeah, this is just gonna need some time. Basically, I'm just throwing things into this mess of a drawer system for now. I might need to add more drawers at some point, but we're good for now. Each of them have a void upgrade and 6 stores upgrade 5s, which gives me 6,144 stacks before I start to void items. That should theoretically be enough for the end of the pack because we don't need that many items to finish this pack. So there's a bunch of stuff in all of these. Anything that requires being... Ooh. I didn't know I could get platinum from something. I get platinum from pulverizing nickel, it seems. Okay, so I'm going to need to set in a bypass of some sort for things like that can't be smelted, because like platinum can't be smelted directly. All the things that can't be smelted directly, like the osmium, the platinum, that kind of stuff, are being sent through here, and then I will set up a blast furnace that's very fast over here in order to smelt those guys. But for now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... What am I going to do here? For that one very specific scenario, I'm just going to make the nickel dust, and then we'll smelt it basically on demand. I don't think we'll need that much nickel, so it basically shouldn't be a problem. It looks like we're coming to the end of our coal here. Yep, which means we'll begin processing through the rest of the stuff. We don't have that big of a backlog, but this thing is still not super fast. Also, I'm sure you've noticed, I have some weird mouse acceleration issues. It happened once I got my new monitor. I'm not sure why, but I'll try and figure it out soon. Normally I have mouse acceleration turned off. I still have it turned off, but it does weirdly accelerate like I don't want it to. While I'm waiting for things to process up, I went ahead and added this IMI interface right here and this extra blast furnace because I didn't want to make a whole new of these advanced machine casings because they were absolutely horrific to make. And I'm just smelting them and then sending them back into the IMI system, because we'll never have quite too many of these. That reminds me also, we should take a look. We're actually doing pretty fine on storage for the time being. These 4K storage cells are holding up really, really well. I do need to remember to probably come back and add some like 64Ks eventually, because we're going to have a lot of things in storage, but for now, I should be able to put that off for another episode or two. Oh, and by the way, I feel like I forgot to mention, I think I said something about it in the last episode that I was going to upgrade my crafting computers. I don't think I did it in the video. I did it just at the beginning before this video started. I now have 4 64K crafting CPUs, and we can make more or make bigger ones as we should need them. But for now, this is getting the job done. Okay, I've been putting it off long enough. We need to now begin Chapter 7 for the Ultimate Ingot so we can begin creating the creative stuff, which will require an incredible amount of resources. This, we need a full-size fusion reactor, 3172 coils, which means this thing is going to have to run for a while to get us there. Anyways, first things first, we need to start with the shadow condenser, which is all of this stuff. Most of it's pretty easy to get. I can just get primal voidstone basically for free on the moon. This primal voidstone I have to craft, I think, right? Yeah, that's kind of obnoxious, but it's fine. And the structure frame tier 5 and Dew of the Void will be the hard ones. This one requires both structure frame tier 4 and ionite crystals, so I need to upgrade my void ore miner to tier 4 and begin producing nether stars in a loot fabricator. So let's do those two things first. Also, another slightly obnoxious thing about this multi-block, it only functions in the beneath. Just obnoxious that I have to load a chunk there and make power or send power there, all that kind of stuff. Whatever, I guess. Alright, it's been about 24 hours. I just did my long run, so if I'm feeling a little bit groggy, a little bit tired, that's why, because I'm exhausted. I have run about 102 miles this week, and I don't get to stop. So, yeah, we gotta keep going. There's a season coming up. Anyways, things have progressed here, and we are quite rich. Things like almost 80k lapis, 40k iron ingots. My osmium, I have 10k. Platinum, 19k. Iridium, 530. That's actually not bad. We don't need that much iridium right now. And I think I did a couple of things without you. Did I upgrade this without you? I believe I did. We have a void ore miner tier 4. Everything's being processed. Everything looks beautiful. And this is now a resource miner for the rest of time, because this thing is getting me so many resources. We can just sit here and watch how quickly resources come in. Yeah, I believe it works. Yeah. Faster than once a second. Just barely, but faster than once a second, and it requires a bunch of energy, but hey, we're good. I supplied everything into here, as I think I showed before, and it just gets made. It's kind of sick. Anyways, like I said before, this place is getting a tiny little baby bit cramped. I don't have enough space for things except for right here, and I think I only have like 18 channels over there in order to put stuff on it. So what I'm going to do is spend a little bit of time now making more space, building more things, connecting up P2P channels, putting more concrete down to expand this area that is usable for us, and I think I'll put a roof on my house. So I'm going to do that. I'll see you in a little bit, and hopefully we can start working on the Chapter 7 stuff. Okay, so here's what I've got so far. I think I'm going to change these stairs at some point to make the roof look not quite as terrible, because this just doesn't mix as well with dark oak as I kind of thought it would. And dark oak does not mix well with dark oak logs for some reason. I don't know why, I just don't like the look of it. I'll figure it out at some point, but this is the general scheme we're going to go for. It'll probably change a little bit as things go on, because I do want this building to look nice. It's my like main home and all of that, but that's about all I can deal with for building right now, because building bases takes a very long time. Also, I changed some wiring over here, so we have 32 channels running solely for this line, and I think I have a bunch more channels right here. Yeah, I can basically use 15 more channels over here. I don't have space for it. I might tear this down, actually, because we don't need this anymore. Well, I guess we do need to set up spaceships for the orbital miner and stuff, but okay, this will stay. But I can put machines all along this line, and I think that'll just be enough for this episode, because next thing we have to do is make Dew of the Void. Also, by the way, I did look at the recipe for the creative fluid tank, because this is the main creative item that we're going to need because that's actually, oh, it's just a resonant cell frame. This is the item we need to make infinite infinity ingots, which will then be used to make the rest of the creative items. These look kind of rough. They're actually not all that bad. It's just going to require a lot of automating. And now that we're rich, we have the resources to do that kind of stuff. Anyways, I'm going to gather the materials for the shadow condenser machine or whatever, and I'll meet you in the beneath and we can set that thing up. Okay, a little ways later, and I am back. Lots of recipes went into this, but most importantly, I had to make do of the void. This is entirely automated using the ME system, except for one thing. I have this soul binder here, which, you know, is turning vibrant crystals into ender crystals. This is done by spawning endermen and capturing them in soul vials and pushing them back and forth. I did this in Omnifactory a lot, I think. But there is no convenient liquid experience thing. So what I have to do is I have to come here and press it manually right now until I can figure out a solution for that. So I have to make do of the void slowly at the moment. Anyways, this is all the stuff here. We can head into the beneath in just a moment. However, we need to set up a dimension link thing for applied energistics. And this is how we do it. I need to find a place to put it, probably just like right over here. And we make a structure such as this one. And then we place the quantum link chamber in the center. It forms, it should connect up to the ME system. It should connect up to the ME system. Hello. There we go. It connects. And then we place the quantum entangled singularity in the center. This is made, I don't think you can use this recipe for the actual things. This is used for crafting mostly. You just drop a singularity made in the matter condenser, one ender dust, and then cause an explosion. We need to place one of these into here, and then we can go build this in the beneath as well, link it up to power, and it will transfer the channels from here into the beneath. Okay, here we are in the beneath. I've cleared out a little bit of an area. Also, you may notice this is a different spawn point. That's because I moved the teleporter once the between lands got removed from the pack because I literally had nothing over there. I need to build this thing also. Yeah, this is connected up. I made sure it's working. As you can see, it is glowing, which means, you know, it's connected to the ME system. I need to build this shadow condenser really quickly. It's going to be very obnoxious to build, and I'll see you in a moment. Alright, and here we go. This is the shadow condenser. I went ahead and grabbed a void metal block because we had a bunch of void seeds anyways, and that gives me 2 times the output, I think. So if I'm doing this, I should get 2 midnight ingots instead of just 1. Anyways, okay. Here we go. This is the shadow condenser. The multi-block is formed, and I went ahead and put a void metal block right here just so we can get the double output chance that it does give. I have void seeds on hand. We can craft them into void metal fairly easily. So yeah, the main thing I wanted to talk about is these primal void stones. These are going to be used to make empowered void crystals, which we're going to need a lot of. I had a couple of them in this shadow condenser stuff, and like I'm gonna need them in order to make the midnight ingots because we need empowered void crystals to make the midnight ingots. Once again, they're used in the recipe here. Everything else we have perfectly, you know, just like great, but this is the one issue. This thing is going to require us to automate all of the runes, which is obnoxious, but not as obnoxious in some other packs. If you ask me to do this in Project Ozone 3, I'd tell you you were insane. But basically all that I'm saying is we're not quite here yet. I need to get some dragon scales. This is pretty easy, actually. I just need to go kill the ender dragon again. And Atheum means I need to get to Void Miner tier 5. I think I can actually go back right now and do this. The question is, do I have enough power to support a tier 5 Void Miner right now? Something nice and very easy to get done is the Ender Crafter. I don't know if you guys have ever used this thing before. You place this crafting table around a bunch of Ender alternators, and the Ender alternators make it go faster. I'll say that's enough. That's 48 of them, 49 of them. That should make this thing go fairly quickly. We'll use this thing a couple of times. We probably want the Ender Package Crafter at some point if we need this a bunch, but I really don't see us using this all that much except for some of these Twilight ingots. Nope, we're going to use this thing a bunch. Never mind, we'll want that Package Crafter because we're going to need these to make the ultimate ingots, which will be used to make, you know, lots of things down the line, including all of this fancy crazy stuff. To finish this video off though, I think we might finish the Luminescence stuff, and then before the next one, I'll work on some other midnight ingot junk as well as upgrade that. Actually, we'll upgrade that before the video ends and then let it run. But we need to make potassium in order to make the luminescence, which will be used frequently. This must be turned into the fluid version by fluid transposer stuff, and then mixed with sodium, which we are already making, I think, to make eutectic NAK alloy. Then this is mixed with, one of these, I think eutectic NAK glowstone mixer, and then this is put in the vat, yep, with energized clathrate probably, and I don't know, radiant dust probably, to make liquid sunshine, which is then crystallized into luminescence, which is used basically just all over the place for the rest of the pack. I think blocks are used to make some of these, which are like speed upgrades or some stuff. They're used in the Genesis coil, you know, that kind of junk. This process is going to require me to move that industrial electrolyzer to its own multi-block structure. I'll place it somewhere over here. Let me do a little bit of work, and I'll be right back. Okay, just went ahead and AFK'd overnight instead, and I made the Void Ore Miner Tier 5 as well as everything for it. I need this now, and let's assemble this thing. It's actually very large now. How far down does it go? Yeah, so if we get to the tier 6s, it's going to be almost touching the ground. Please leave me alone, big boy. Thank you. And nearly assembled. Nearly assembled. And there we go. 400,000 RF per tick with not even full modifier slots. I can't support this right now. Is it running? Yeah, it's running. It's so fast. Wait, what's the duration? 9? Jeez. Look at the speed at which this thing runs. I also haven't gotten any of the stuff that I don't have. Actually, there might not be... Actually, I think it might be one thing that we don't have yet. And these are like the tier 2 crystals. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to upgrade this guy to tier 6, but tier 5 is necessary for the midnight ingots, so we should be good. Avium comes from tier 5s. Yes. Okay, perfect. So, since we weren't producing enough power, quite enough power, I went ahead and added a second layer of pumps here, and then I realized the pumps weren't the issue, it was actually the Electrolux separator. I never upgraded this thing. These pumps over here were full of heavy water still. So we're producing way more than 800,000 RF per tick worth of energy, way over. I could probably add some more solar neutron activators, but we're still full on up here. So I'm going to try and set this to an injection rate of 8, and we'll see what happens. That should double our power generation, maybe just over double our power generation, hopefully. I think an injection rate of 8 actually means we're only using 4 deuterium and 4 tritium per tick. So let's see, is this going up? This is going up. Let's see how high it goes. Alright, I'm back. These things are having an aneurysm, but we are now producing some potassium in order to make our luminescence. I have an elite crushing factory here, just feeding into this industrial electrolyzer. I'll put a couple of speed and energy upgrades in here. I just need to order them, and I just need to take these cells. I need to fluid transpose them into potassium, and then we can begin the process of making luminescence. So let me, I guess, make a transposer, unless we have one. Oh, nice. I just kind of have one right here. We'll place it there, I suppose, and then this will just do its thing, right? Yeah, we're taking it out. Okay, I'm back. There's another machine here. This electrolyzer is using sodalite to make sodium, as well as some other stuff that we don't particularly care about, and I'm fluid transposing that. The reason we need sodium is to make the eutectic NAK alloy, and now I just need 2 fluid mixers and 1 vat, and then we're pretty much done. Well, okay, 2 fluid mixers, 1 melter? Yeah, 1 melter, and then a vat. And here we go, some very, very flashy machines are making me the Eutetic NAK glowstone mixture. Now that we have that, we just need to make the liquid sunshine, which is going to use the radiant dust and energized clathrate, I believed. So I should just be able to supply energized clathrate. Yep, I have 10,000 of them and growing with every passing second. I'll just shove those into there. And the radiant dust is going to be a little bit more processing. Basically, I just have to... Ooh, how do I make this? Oh no, I can just... Oh, I have to turn it into a block and then I can pulverize it. And here we go. We are creating a little bit of liquid sunshine. Okay, we get 3 buckets per. That's pretty nice. Hopefully I'm not having any issues here. No, I think technically these compressed whatever they are all basically the same item. So it'll shove anything into here, but I think we're producing these faster than we will ever use them. So we should just be perfectly fine. And now I just need to use this in a crystallizer, which I think I have the recipe for, to make some luminescence. And there we go, the ever beautiful and late game luminescence. There we go. Perfect. That's the quest completed. And we have not opened up bigger tables yet because we haven't created any midnight ingots. But for midnight ingots, we are just one step further out of the way. We will tackle those at the beginning of the next video and hopefully get over here to the Forge of the Heavens, which I have not completed yet, and maybe even over to the ultimate ingot. And then we'll start tackling the creative items because, yeah, it's going to take a couple episodes to do creative items, but I don't think it's going to take that long. We don't need that many infinity ingots to get the creative tank, and then after that, basically everything is super, super easy and free. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe leave a like or something. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.